All right, we have a copywriting shootout. ChatGPT versus Google's Bard. Which one of these two things, which one of these two robots is the best at copywriting? Now, this is a really interesting question. And I'm going to start out this video by saying this is actually going to be quite a quick test, first and foremost. And secondly, this didn't pan out exactly the way that I thought. Now, my name is David White. I'm the co-founder of Learn Marketing AI, and if I'm honest, I am biased towards ChatGPT. In my opinion, I think this is going to be the artificial intelligence tool that sort of takes over all the other ones. I think it is the most effective. I know I'm biased. I think it's the one that has the most use right now, and it's the one that I teach business owners and marketers to use in our flagship program, the AI Marketing Hub. So when I was thinking about how am I actually going to put together a copywriting test, I thought, like I'm going to have to create a prompt. Someone else is going to have to put it into ChatGPT and Bard, and then they're going to have to give me the results, and I'm going to have to figure out like anonymously how would I score the, like robot A versus robot B on this one without knowing exactly what was going on. But that's not quite what happened. So I came up with 3 ideas of tests that I wanted to run. And I thought, you know what, I'll just have a little peek and see how these 2 different robots go at these tests, and a really, really clear winner emerged. So let's figure out right now, as quickly as we possibly can, who wins in a copywriting shootout between ChatGPT and Google's Bard. So let me pull up a little something here, because this is where we started. The 3 activities that I wanted to get these 2 robots to do were, first and foremost, take a piece of copy. In this example, the specific piece of copy that we're talking about is the sales page for DigitalMarketer's program, Certified Social Media Specialist, which is a great program from the good folks at DigitalMarketer. If you are a social media person, you should definitely check it out. But I wanted to see, of these 2 robots, which one could come up with the best headline variations for this particular sales page, which is, of course, like everything else from DigitalMarketer, very, very well written. Secondly, I wanted to see how well these 2 robots could rewrite this sales page if I asked them to optimize it for a particular metric. And finally, I wanted to figure out, if I were to email my list and say like, hey, I just released a new program about social media mastery, here's all the stuff that you need to know about it from the sales page, what do you reckon we should say? How would they go? So let's start out with the first activity, the first prompt that I gave these 2 robots. So here it is. Please give me 15 ideas for a headline that should go at the top of this sales page for a social media marketing mastery certification. Pay close attention to the copywriting style, tone of voice, and way that we're communicating with our audience in our sales letter when you are writing your headlines. Tell me why you think each headline would work. Now, here you can see I have pasted the sales page into Bard, and I asked for, give me 15 headlines for this that you think will work, and tell me why. And what it did, gave me 15 headlines, didn't tell me why each of them it thought it would work, gave me like, a little bit of information down at the bottom here. But here's how I scored this. I looked at this list and I thought, you know what? If I think there's a good headline in here that I would actually use, I'm going to give this list 1 point. If there's a headline that I'm like, I'm not going to give it any points. And if there's a headline here that I look at and I think that sucks, I'm going to give it -1 point. So Bard's score here, and of course I am biased in this, Bard's score was 5. Now I pasted exactly the same prompt here into ChatGPT, and it actually did follow my instructions, and it gave me 15 different headlines, and it explained, hey, each one, here's why I think this would work. Now, of course, take in mind here, I am biased, but the score that I gave ChatGPT was 7. Interestingly enough, though, there were more headlines in here where I thought, you know what, that sucks. I would not use that. I'm taking a point away from you, than there were for Bard. But ChatGPT gave me a lot more headlines that I thought were really useful. Now, secondly, I said to both of these robots, here was the next prompt. This is inside Bard. Please rewrite this sales page so it is targeted specifically towards influencers in the fitness industry. You will not reduce the word count. Now, I don't know how long this is. I think like 700 words, probably, maybe a bit less than 700 words, whatever. But what Bard gave me back was very much so less than 700 words. And this is not a well-written sales page, which, This is not the world's most scientific test. This is not me kind of using these tools for actual copywriting, but compare this. Like if someone gave me this as a sales page, I would say this is awful. You should find a different career. Compare this to exactly the same prompt put into ChatGPT. Rewrite this sales page so it is targeted specifically towards influencers in the fitness industry. You will not reduce the word count. Here's what I got back. A actually well-written rewrite with the same amount of words, following kind of the same structure and format as what was on the original page. So for me, that is not just a win for ChatGPT, that is a resounding thrashing. And this is why I say, like, I thought about, doing some kind of anonymized test and figuring out like, oh, how am I going to score these different things? It's not even worth talking about that with this kind of stuff, because this is clearly by far and away so much better than anything that Bard produced that I'm just going to say double win for Chatty G. Now, the final thing that I asked of these two robots was this. Write me a sales email to send to my list announcing a new product that I've just released called Social Media Marketing Mastery. The copy from the sales page is at the bottom of this prompt. A well-written sales email has a catchy and unusual subject line, a big idea or hook for the opening paragraph or two of the email body. It builds tension throughout the rest of the email before resolving it with the announcement of the product itself, and it runs for about 400 words. Here's the sales page copy, pasted it. Now, what Bard gave out, this did not follow the framework that I asked for, and this is classic robot copywriting. Are you struggling with X? Are you trying to X? Do you want to elevate your X game? Asking questions like this at the start of a piece of copy is a dead giveaway that something like this was written by a robot. Now, this is much better than the sales page rewrite that I just showed you a second ago, but it doesn't follow the format that I asked it to. So with that said, let's have a look at how ChatGPT did. Exactly the same start to the prompt, pasted the sales page copy, and Chatty G followed the formula exactly. Now, this email, this is like at the 5-yard line. This is not something that I would just copy and send to my list. I would make a few tweaks here. I'm not going to go through this bit by bit. I will paste these prompts and these results from ChatGPT below this video so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But to me, again, this is another resounding success for ChatGPT. So, of course, I'm biased, and I acknowledge that. ChatGPT, I thought it was going to be better before this video started. I didn't actually think it was going to be this much better than Bard. Now, I haven't used it to try and like generate some copywriting from scratch here, but I think looking at everything that we've just covered, I don't think that's necessary. So if you're a digital marketer or a business owner and you have not started using artificial intelligence yet, or if you are using artificial intelligence, but you're not using my friend Chatty G, jump on this thing. In my opinion, this is the robot that is going to win the robot wars. The amount of utility and plugins and apps that it already has, and the stuff that's going to be coming in the near future, is insanely effective. So with that said, Hernan and I, my co-founder at Learn Marketing AI, we have a copywriting workshop that actually teaches you how do you use a tool like ChatGPT to write things from scratch, to write an email, a really good email. How do you use it to write a sales page where one didn't exist before you sat down to do your work? How do you do YouTube descriptions? How do you do social media captions? How do you do ad scripts? All those different sorts of things. And we've put them together into an AI copywriting masterclass. Now, the link to get access to that masterclass is below this video. Come join us. It is a ludicrously valuable course. And we will show you our exact process and the templates for the prompts and the exact prompts themselves that we're using in our own business and to help our clients and Hernan's agency clients and my coaching clients with their copywriting as well. So look forward to seeing you inside the masterclass. If you haven't got a Chatty G account, go and get one, and I'll see you inside the masterclass.